Hi guys!
Hi!
This is If Yarn Could Talk with Vicki and Aja. I'm the owner of Island Yarn, and this is my daughter Aja, who does all the social media and all the videos.
Indeedio.
She torments herself with the tech, so aren't we all grateful? Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes, so that we don't have to. Anyway, we missed a week. Sorry we missed you guys.
Yep. But we had a very fun event.
Yes, it was the Greater Boston Yarn Crawl, which is always like a virtual zoo of knitters.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun, super crazy, seeing everybody in their knits.
Prizes.
Lots of prizes.
Lots of prizes.
Yep, lots of free gifts, lots of little silly surprises.
Some people went home with full sweaters.
Full sweaters, yeah.
For free.
We were giving away some of our samples.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And a whole bunch of books. Yep. And, you know, they were very smart and also loaded up on lots of awesome yarn.
Yep.
It's such a fun event. So if you didn't come, you missed it this year, but you should come next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's always that first weekend that sort of crosses September and October. So mark your calendar now. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
I'm going really fast.
Yeah, what are you knitting today, Aja?
I'm knitting a blanket, which is why I need to
You're slightly terrifying.
This is what it's like when you knit mad things.
All the mad balls. I'm knitting. I'm crocheting a mad ball still. I haven't gotten to work on it too much.
Get
but it? Yeah. I'm not as aggressively making it though as Aja is.
I saw a video that was like knitting in movies. And it was just like exactly what I do every single episode. It's just
I know. And you know, when you become a knitter or a crocheter, I know all of you guys do this. Say yes in the comments if you do. Like if you see somebody knitting or crocheting in a movie, you're like, are they? Are they really? Are they doing it?
Never.
Yeah, but sometimes they are. Like in MASH, Ellen Alda was knitting for real.
All hail Alan Alda!
That's right. I mean, you can't be Alan Alda. But weirdly, there's like a Friends episode, and they're really knitting too, and you can tell they just learned because they're like, it's like they can barely remember their lines. They're like...
Oh, wait, I remember that.
You remember that?
I think I remember that. I always want to know if they're actually crocheting in New Girl in that, like, really famous, like, scene where she's like, if I put the bunny through the hole, I don't know why.
Well, Zoe Deschanel definitely is.
Zoe definitely.
She's a serious crafter, that lady.
Yeah, we love Zoe. Stan Zoe.
So today we have some new stuff to show you that's coming out today. The first thing I want to tell you guys is very important because these things sort of fly out of here and it's best to pre-order because you may not get it if you don't pre-order. So the pre-order is going up today. It's our advent boxes. This is just one little itty bitty box. This is number one. So the idea is there's a little ball of yarn in here and there's a little different ball of yarn in the next 23 of them. And there's a pattern. There's actually, because as you know from the Mad Balls, I'm a little compulsive about patterns for certain things. And there's actually 2 knit patterns and 1 crochet pattern this year. There's also, if you're one of the first 30 people to pre-order, there's 2 knit patterns from last year. So you'll get 5 patterns in a download with the whole thing. So you can choose, or you can be crazy like some of my people and just make them all. But yeah, so you open up the thing and you do whichever your chosen pattern tells you to do. And then if you're not a naughty knitter, you wait for the next day. And then you open the next box. Most of you, I will say, are very naughty knitters.
You can't...
Do you remember me telling you this last year?
Yeah, what are you supposed to expect? You can barely resist opening the, like, chocolate ones.
When they're terrible chocolate.
When they're terrible chocolate, so... When it's something you actually want to make.
Yeah.
You know, that's just impossible.
There's usually a little treat in here, too. It's so fun, guys. Like, I mean, everybody loved it last year. People have been asking me all year if I'm going to do it again, so...
And we are!
Today marks the moment of pre-order, so grab it fast, because at some point we run out of time and we can't make any more. That's sort of how it goes.
And obviously you have to get it by a certain point.
Right, that's the other thing. So pre-orders will be going until October 31st. We start shipping on November 1st. And then it's kind of like, we kind of try to have a couple around for like Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, but it's not even likely that we will. So at that point, you can just order them if we still have them. But who knows? Who knows? But we start shipping November 1st, or, you know, if you're local, you can just come pick yours up and then be a naughty knitter and knit through the whole thing in the next 3 days.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, I call you naughty. I think it's hilarious. It's so cute.
It's like the biggest motivator in the world.
Yeah.
To keep knitting is, oh, I get a little treat.
I get to open a present.
Oh, you little yarn goblins.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are really fun. Out today. Make sure you pre-order today or soon. Oh, and then I got a new yarn this week. Look at this pretty stuff, Aja. I haven't even shown it to her yet. Isn't it pretty?
It's so beautiful.
It's so pretty. This is called Poema Glitter. It's by Laines. It's so gorgeous.
So pretty. It's so pretty.
It's really soft merino with just like glittery loveliness. This would be so pretty for like a holiday sparkly shawl or scarf.
We get close up.
Yeah, they are so pretty. They're honestly prettier than I thought they were going to be when I ordered them. When I opened the box, I was like, oh!
Oh my God, look at her.
Yeah. Yeah.
This ball comes
so
with
pretty.
a kiss from me.
Yeah, I wanted to show you 2 other colors. I was gonna try to just show you that one, but they're so pretty. I can't
They're so
resist.
pretty.
So there's this one.
Oh my friggin' Lord! Holy
It's,
crap!
like, amazing. You gonna do your close-up rotisserie, Aja?
This close-up rotisserie.
Isn't that so pretty? Look at the like indigo in the middle.
Oh my God! Look, you can see the sparkle so well in there. Oh my God! Look at that. Oh! What's the other one?
This might be my favorite.
Holy
I don't
crap,
know.
it matches!
I know. Well, I wasn't going to show this one, but it's so with our red theme today because we're going to talk
really
about
is.
red today.
It is
So
fall
look
after
at
all.
That with its like amazing sort of
Holy
magenta
crap.
in the middle and bricky red. I love it. It's so pretty. So yeah, these guys are 150 grams. 656 yards, so like smaller shawls, scarves, you can just do one. If you want a bigger shawl, you might need 2. It would obviously be super fun to maybe combine them because, you know, when do I ever use 1 yarn when I can use 2? So you could like combine these and do like a dragon scales or something really sparkly and amazing like that.
I'm obsessed with this.
I know, isn't that so pretty, the color?
I'm so obsessed with all 3 of them. This one's like really giving like Northern Lights, like Aurora Borealis.
I wonder if
This
they named
one's
them.
giving very like very sweet winter vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like very nice winter vibes, like the ice castle thing. You know, the ice castles. It's giving ice castle.
Yeah,
This one's-
absolutely. Frosted. This is like frosted colors.
Yeah, that is
So
like
if you
the
have a
perfect
little
frosted
girl
color.
in your life that's still obsessed with frosted and they want something frosted themed, this would be a great yarn to make them a little cape or scarf, all frosted themed. That'd be so cute.
And this one.
I know this one is just
This one's just jewel tone heaven.
yeah, it's so pretty. It's so
Oh my God! It literally matches the same color. Look, it blends in too.
I got one more thing to show you before we just whatever talk. It's our new featured pattern.
Woohoo!
We didn't talk about it yet.
It's October. It's spooky season. We have a new featured pattern.
We do. It's not spooky at all.
It's not spooky at all.
It's not. But it's our Shasta hat and cowl. Want to try them on? She's our try her on her. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah,
So-
it's very comfy.
Yeah, it's nice. It's cozy.
It's like soft. This is a yarn for your sensitive folk. I
This-
think.
This is Louisa Harding Amatola Grande, and you need 1 each of 2 colors, which is what the kits are. We'll link the kit in the description. But the cool thing about it is those Amatola Grande balls are humongous. So you can actually make 2 hats out of the 2 balls, Or you can do some crazy mix and matching and get like 3 balls and sort of like triangulate how the colors go. It'd be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's our featured pattern this month. If you get this month, you'll get 300 bonus points for your stash cash.
Woohoo!
Yeah, this thing's showing. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect.
Yay!
All right. All right. So then we have a question. We actually have some good questions coming up.
We do.
And
Very good
you
questions.
might have some suggestions about this too, Aja, because it's not really a knitting question. So we're just going to sort of brainstorm in real time. She knows my first thought, but Veggie333 asked, that's a lot of threes, asked if you're making a sweater for somebody and you can't measure them, how do you guess what size they are? And that's a pretty good question. Mm-hmm. And my first thought is that if they live with you, go steal a piece of their clothing and measure that they wear a lot. If they don't live with you, call a friend who lives with them and have them measure a piece of clothing. I mean, the best way is to like get your paws on a piece of their clothing. Do you have other thoughts about like how you would guess?
Well, if you knew their rough size, like if you knew if they were like a small, medium, large, you could probably go off of like, you know, if you know of a sweater that they have from like a company, like they have like a sweater from Old Navy, you could probably then look up what the Old Navy dimensions of the sweater are, and that's probably also a good way to do that.
Yeah, you can also sort of think about just their style, because like if they always wear things baggy, then just like freaking err on the side of bigger. You know, if they wear
for me,
things
I'd
fitted.
always just make everything big.
Yeah, just big and boxy.
Yeah.
Like don't stress about it too much. Like think about what size they are, then go up one. I don't know. Other than that, like sort of knowing what people's sizes, it's kind of hard. It's like that Pretty Woman thing. I'm sure you're all thinking of it. But she walks into a store at some point, and it's like a nice store, and the person has been directed to be nice to her, and so she comes up and she says, "Oh, you're a size 6, right?" And she goes, "How'd you know that?" And she goes, "It's my job." But that's because she looks at women's bodies and hands them clothes all day long, and you're never going to do that, Veggie333.
Unless it is your job.
Unless it is your job.
Which we don't know.
So I guess barring you going and getting a job at a clothing store and, you know, judging people's sizes all day, I would say steal a piece of their clothing if possible.
Yeah, or, look up dimensions. I mean, it's not like there's a really great, like, universal size, but...
That's true. Sizes are also kind of BS.
Mm-hmm. But there are places that do have, you know, semi-regulated sizes. So, like I said, again, if you know, like, oh, they wear stuff like this, then you can kind of get a good judge off of other objects like that. Yeah. Or, even some places like... a thrift shop that I know of, they have a universal size for both men and women. So it's like a unisex size. So you could also try to find some of those.
So we're also going to continue our little color talking. The neutral talk inspired me to do a new hand dye. So I did do this color, which is called Birch. It's sort of a silver beigey situation. What do you think? As
Lots of the
go,
different. I feel like it's packed full of neutral. It's like a full.
It's
full
so
spectrum
like me.
neutral.
If I have to do a neutral, I'm going to do them all at once.
It's like you can see all the different kinds of shades.
Yeah. So that's Kraken again, because I'm obsessed with Kraken lately, and so is everybody else. So I have to keep dyeing it. So yeah, that's Birch Kraken.
Yep.
I'm going to put it right back there.
Hell yeah.
All right, reds. We're talking about reds.
Reds! For the fall, for the changing leaves.
So should I just line them up? What should I do?
Well, yeah.
Reds. I mean, red is a primary color, but the thing about red is, and most primary colors, is it's rarely like a true red, a true yellow, a true blue.
Right. It's not going to be your primary
red. Right, it's going to be, you know, red with a little blue, red with a little yellow, so it'll lean either cooler or warmer. I mean, red's a very warm color, but if you add some blue, it can get pretty cool as reds go, like these guys. I'm going to show you them all relative to other things, but for me, I love these kind of reds. I love reds with a little bit of blue in them.
Mm-hmm. Anything to make it more purple.
Exactly. Anything to bring it to the purple end.
Just make it more.
More purple. I do really love these reds, though, too. I like red a lot. It's one of my favorite colors.
Mm-hmm. Red's very nice. I'm wearing some red today, along with some, green, just general fall colors.
Yeah, you are very fall today. That's so nice.
Actually, we're gonna have a little spotlight here. This is a new piece of jewelry. I don't know if it's gonna actually focus.
Oh, there
we
go.
go.
You got it.
And we're gonna be doing a whole series of these where it's gonna be different types of like flames. So this one's just like regular flame, and then there's gonna be like a blue flame for like extra hot, and like a green for like curse.
So pretty.
Yep. And then we also
I
have
love the little stones on it too.
Yeah. There's some fun. There's some gold stone on there. So. And we also have them on these earrings, but I'm not going to take these off, so.
Yeah, and you're going to put a link in the description, right? Because they're on her Etsy shop. Some of them are in store.
Most of them are in store, but there's a couple up on the Etsy shop. We're working on it.
We're always working on it.
We're working on it.
We're always working on
it. Yeah.
So these are the bluer reds. Like, bluer reds, I feel like really go with the cooler end of the spectrum, right? Like,
yeah.
They really go well with purples. They really go with...
Even like greens, I feel like sometimes.
Yeah, I hate red and green together, but yeah, could be.
But, I mean, like, you got even red and green in here, see?
It's true. Red and green in nature is kind of a different thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of a funny thing about color. Like, nature can get away with things that, like, humans can't.
Yeah, so if you want to go for that kind of thing, you got to really go for, I don't want to say muddy colors, but, like...
Subdued in some way.
Yeah, more neutral colors. Or not all neutral, but they have to be a little bit more on the muted side, generally,
earthy,
I think.
Earthy side.
Earthy.
Yeah.
Earthy crunchy.
So those are some bluer reds. Next, well, this one is probably the closest to what I would say is kind of a true red. Now you can start to really see the difference, right? Because it doesn't really have much blue in it at all.
Yeah, it's definitely like a bright cherry.
Yeah, it's like a cherry. Yep. And then you start getting into...
more orangey side.
And then we've got sort of a pink end, too.
I mean, I do think that sometimes I have a lot of trouble when I'm, making an outfit kind of in the red spectrum, kind of adding other colors at all. Like, when I go red, I'm like, it's all red, baby.
Yeah.
So maybe talking about like some other like good like contrasting colors to red.
Yeah, I mean reds definitely fight with each other. Like I think we talked about this a little last week. Like blues mostly play nice together. Like you can get funny ends that don't, but you could throw like 8 million blues in your outfit and you'd probably be okay. Or but reds, like you do not want to do it too much, like you do not want to do this and this. That is terrible.
It's hideous.
I mean, you really can't even tell that well on the screen, but it's really terrible up close. And if you want to use more than one red, the best way is to just go with a simple gradient rather than like mucking around with like the different tones with the yellows and the blues. Like just sort of stick like say, oh, I want to do a gradient of reds and just sort of stick with all blue ones. Like that looks pretty good. Or even the orange ones, like I only have 2, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And then if you want to contrast, black is always a good contrast.
Brown. I mean,
People
neutrals do go with red
Yeah.
a lot. Like even, like I said, like a dark green goes good with red.
Right. Some real nice, it's not my favorite color. You all know I'm notorious for hating yellow, but like
yellow does go.
Goldenrod sort of colors go really nice with red. That's why all the school colors are always like, crimson and goldenrod. Cause,
Gryffindor.
Right. Other contrasts, like you said green. See, I don't really like green with red at all. It just...
Guess it just comes back to preference
it just goes
again.
Christmas. Yeah, so... But, tonally there could be some fun to be had. Not to like go back to my weird swatching harping, but if you're trying to work colors together, like sometimes you really just have to put them together and do a little swatch, especially if you're doing color work. This is our color Serena, which is pretty green, and I did just sort of talk about how I don't like green with red, but I love it with like a real maroon.
That's beautiful.
It's so pretty. And some people think this is totally clashy, but I love this. So
I like that.
just try out some weird stuff if you're wondering. Yeah, so there's some fun red talk, and you know it's fall, so we were really happy to be able to do red talk at the beginning of fall.
Make sure you get out there and experience the red in nature as well.
Oh, the colors, they're coming. We're so excited. Every day it's a little different.
Yep.
Yeah, probably next week we're just going to be bathed in color up here in New England.
Yep. Very exciting.
Yeah. So we should wrap it up and figure out what these yarns would say.
I want to say what these guys say.
Oh, okay. What would those guys say?
Well, let's see. It
this
didn't
one
go
is
where it was
like,
going.
I'm a delicious berry smoothie.
Ooh, that one is
With
giving smoothie.
sparkles.
It's giving smoothie.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
I feel like this guy says, I got stars in my eyes.
This one is so Northern Lights.
It's very Northern
like,
Lights.
Take a cruise in the Arctic Circle. That's what it's saying. Or take me on a cruise so it can go visit its...
That's a good one.
Yeah.
This is saying take me specifically. Me, not the yarn. To go see the Northern Lights on a cruise. Yep.
You know what's tricky about the Northern Lights, though, is like you can go on a cruise, see the Northern Lights at the right time of year and everything. You still may not see the Northern Lights.
Yeah, and there's actually, I've seen, not too strongly, but there's actually parts of Massachusetts where you can see the Northern Lights from.
Really? Oh.
Yep, you don't actually have to go that far. It's just if you want them to be really fun and intense, you gotta go to where they're good.
Where
they're
it's
good.
cold.
Yeah. This guy says, unlike me, I'm very excited for winter.
The yarn is always excited for winter because that's when it really gets to shine.
That's true. That's true. They're like, yes, I'm being used.
Yeah. So I think that's it for us today, guys.
I think so.
Yeah. If you like the video, make sure you like it. Maybe subscribe. Maybe leave a comment.
Hit the notification bell if you want to see when all the videos come out. It should send you a notification.
Yeah. And is that it?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.